Hello guys, in this tutorial we are going to see how Scala method overriding, field overriding and final keyword is used. The first thing we are going to see is method overriding. In this I have declared two classes. One is a vehicle, the other one which extends is an car. In this first class I have defined a method as cost. In the second class I have defined the same method as the cost. If the class contains the same name in both parent and subclass, if you need to override the method or you need the output of the subclass, you need to define a override keyword before the class. This is how this overriding can be achieved by using this override keyword. Override keyword by defining it the class which you need to override. The next thing we are going to see is the field overriding. Field overriding is nothing but I am declaring a variable in the parent class, and I need to define when extending the parent class to the subclass. I need to define the same variable in the subclass. While defining the same variable, which means same name in the subclass, it may clash with the parent class. So in here we are going to use the same override keyword to override the parent class variable. This is how this field overriding is done. The next thing is a final keyword. The final keyword, the final keyword is used to prevent inheritance. If a method is declared as a final, you cannot able to inherit that method in a subclass. Or else, if I have declared a class as a final, it cannot be able to inherit or override in its subclasses. Let's see how these three are done with an examples. I have declared a class as an I. Like I am declaring another class as bar. I have declared as an parent class run method. Let's extend this in subclass. I'm saving this. You can see this. It's throwing an error. It is showing that overriding method run in class by unit method run needs override modifier. It shows that you need to override this run method which is extending from its parent classes. So I am declaring. Right. I'm saving it again. You can clearly see this. We have overridden our run method from its parent. Let's run. It shows that hi hello. Then we will see what is an field overriding. A is equal to 100. Okay, and then I try to declare the same variable name. A is equal to 200. It shows that it's an error. It is cause we have declared the variable with the same name which is present in the parent class. So we need to override the same variable name if we need to define, we need to have the same name in our subclass. So we need a keyword as override. Okay, let's see. T equal to, yeah, it's done. This is an example for method overriding. Okay, you may have a doubt like why this variable is not getting overridden. This over keyword for field overriding is specific for only val, not for var. If we try to extend and override this var variable in its subclasses, it will throw an error. It shows that overriding variable a in class by is typing. Variable a cannot override a mutable variable. It shows that variable a is already a mutable variable, so we cannot able to override the value. So that we can use val, which can be override in its subclasses. Let's print. Saving it and running. It clearly shows the variable is 200. We have seen how method overriding is done and field overriding is done. Let's see how final keywords works. Okay, in this class by, I'm trying to define a final over here and save it. Yeah, once I declare the final over here, it throws an error in here, which means once we have declared declare the method final method as in final in the parent classes, you cannot able to override or do anything in its subclasses. So that's why it's throwing an error over here. Let's see, you made this, or this override may be a problem. It throws the same thing over here. So if we define a method as final, you cannot be able to extend it in its subclass. Let's try to define this class as a final and saving it. It shows the same error. It's illegal inheritance from a final class by. This means if you have declared a class as a final, you cannot able to extend it or inherit in its subclasses. This is how final keywords works in Scala. Illegal inheritance. Okay, I have taken that final out. This is because of my Eclipse is very slow. If you have taken this final keyword and saved and run it, it will show the error would have gone out. Yes. My Eclipse is not getting cleaned up. Okay. Thank you.